Hello, thanks for joining. Nice to see you, Jeff. Josh, I'm going to see you soon too. Uh, we are recording another lovely session of a 20-minute workout. We're going to get started here in just a few seconds. And the purpose of these, I like to repeat this to show that consistency and muscle memory is more important than what you do. Well, it's not it's about as important as what you do, but the idea is 20 minutes a day. And that's why we're here. So we're going to do a 20-minute workout. We're going to do a fun variation today. Sometimes I have a plan. Sometimes I don't. Doesn't really matter, but you do it every day. And here we go. We're doing some stretching. I'm going to start this timer. It's 22 minutes long. So for those of you who only want the 20-minute workout, you can wait 2 minutes, but I'm going to start it now. We're going to get to stretching. Here we go. And boom. Okay. Here we go. Let's get into open split forward stretch, whatever the heck this thing is called. People have lots of names. We're going to do a little something a little different today. While we do this stretch, we're going to go left to right, center, left to right, center. Keep your back straight. It's not important to touch the floor if your back is bowing. So you want to keep, you're bending from the hip. Come a little bit deeper each time. And while we do this, we're going to do a little 30 seconds of breathing here. We need to go in through the nose twice and out through the mouth, sort of fast. Not too fast, but just to bring your heart rate up a little bit. So it activates the brain a bit. Let's get into crab stretch. Crab stretch. Come shoulder to shoulder here. Lean hand to hand. Keep your palm on the floor. Let your head go back. You just come shoulder to shoulder here. Each shoulder should be getting a nice stretch as you put your body weight over your hands. Keep your legs shoulder width apart, and you want to keep your body straight. Let's get a few more breaths while we do this. In through the nose twice, out through the mouth once. Oh, yeah. All right. It's a 2-minute warm up. That breath was nice. And from here, we're going to go in a plank. I'm going to go on my hands. If you want me to look at your form from here, you can come on an angle a little bit. Just rotate at an angle. See? Very good. Try to lock those knees if you can. Not too locked, just enough so that your legs are straight. Keep your body weight over your hands and feet with your shoulder width apart. And come shoulder to shoulder here. Just lean over one hand and then to the other, from side to side. Make sure that back's straight. Jeff, I'd like to see your scapula come up just a little bit so that your back and your legs make a straight line. And stay in this position. We're going to stay in plank for a minute. Your minute's up, but we're going to stay in plank. Okay, and I want you to come side to side here. All right, so you're gonna lean on one arm, almost like a small push-up here, and then the other. Straighten that opposite arm. So you bend with one, straighten the other. Just come side to side. Oh, side to side, getting a little bit of a rhythm. A little rhythm. Let's see. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Ah, there we go. All right. Come up on your knees. And realize this would be a fun opportunity to do some beatboxing. It is. All right.
No big deal. 2 minutes of plank. No big deal.
Yo,
Yeah.
okay.
2 minutes. Full 2 minutes of plank.
This one's
Come now, I want you to do this side.
Evans,
Yeah, we're. Oh yeah. I think we could do some plank variations today. It feels like a good thing.
let's just add another minute on your minute plank.
Come down a little bit deeper each side. Ultimately, with these, what I want you to be able to do is I want you to come down your forearm and use your abs to lift. So you're like this. Coming down your forearm and you're lifting with your abs. So this makes the stretch more intense. It should crack your back. If it hasn't cracked already, this is a great way to let your body weight crack your own back if it's able to. Which, by the way, I'm not recommending everyone cracks their own back. Only if you'd like to. That's your responsibility on your own back cracking agendas. I'm just here to show you what I do. I'm not certified in back cracking. I cannot give advice on the matter. All right, here we go. Let's get back into, let's do crab. Let's do crab. Come back into crab. This is a different form of a plank, right? Essentially, come shoulder to shoulder here. And then what I want you to do, make sure let me see that your butt is up. Lift that butt up. Josh, lift that butt up. Make sure your knees are over your feet. This should be a perfect half square. Your feet to your hands should look like a half square. It's very Ventruvian, but very good. Now let your head rest back for a second, and then we're going to come down into put your butt between your hands and just hold it here for a few seconds.
Off the ground, right?
Off the ground. You're essentially doing a plank to some degree. Not really a plank, but it's a lifted body weight. Okay. And then from here, I want you to bring your feet forward and hold your butt up in a perfect line like this. Look at that line. Use the video camera to make that perfect line. Lock your knees. Light lock. Then they don't have to be completely locked, just so that they're not bending. And let your head rest back. From shoulder to shoulder. Really feel that perfect form here. Your glutes should be tight. This should be activating your glutes and your hamstrings really nicely. It's a back plank, backwards plank, reverse plank, whatever they call it. And sit into your shoulders. Let your neck open up. Let your shoulders open up. You can even press a little bit on your hands to sort of rotate your shoulders a little bit in this position. Give yourself a nice shoulder rotation. All right, let's rest.
Oh.
So, question: I'm getting tingly pains in my wrist when I do that. When I do crab, because my wrist is basically at a 90-degree.
All right, let's get into plank. Well, I'll answer that. Come into plank since our minute's going. Come into plank in this way.
So I can't hold crab as long when my wrists are tingling, and I feel like it just doesn't feel like the right move for me. I need some kind of a variation to work with on that one.
Can you come on your elbows for that? If you can't, if it's hard on your wrist, can you come into well, first I'd say make sure your wrists are in the right position. You're not putting too much pressure on there. You should be fully supported so you're not straining your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
So if your hand, if it seems impossible and that's just too painful, try coming on your forearms. But you can come on your fifth. If you're on a mat. That may help with the wrist, may strengthen your wrist as well. All right, so from here, We did that minute of plank again. Sorry about that. Coming to rest for 10 seconds. We're going to come back and we're going to do one arm planks next. Now, when I'm doing this, if it's getting really just impossible to do the plank, put your knee down, stay on your arm, and just keep activating, right? So we're going to come on one arm here, side. Okay, look at your body, make sure you got a nice straight line there. And if it gets hard, just put your hip on the floor and then come up. Okay, from here, we're going to do, let's do a few hip lifts from here. Okay, come down, bring your hip down, bring your hip up into that perfect line. You can lift the leg, lift the leg. You can come down in the hip, up with the hip, up with the leg, down with the leg, down with the hip, up with the hip, up with the leg, down with the leg. Oh, all right. Take a 10-second rest. Hey, we've only done about 6 minutes of exercise. We're doing well. Let's get in the other arm. Let's do the other side of a plank here. I'm going to get one of these round mats, I think. Josh, this should be okay on your wrist. It should be on your forearm here.
Yeah.
I'm going to start coming down my hip and get pulsing here. Up with the hip, up with the leg, down with the leg, down with the hip, up with the hip, up with the leg, down with the hip. So you're getting a few muscle groups here going on. It's a side plank, but you're really activating side of your glutes, side of your thighs, your shoulder. You can always see what's muscles being activated when you touch it. Some obliques.
Don't forget those obliques.
Oh, how can you forget? 5 seconds, hold it. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. It's your Meyer Inferno. Your Meyer Inferno, baby. All right. We'll take a rest here for a minute. Let's get an active rest. I think for that active rest, get our hands and our feet wider than shoulder. Wider than your shoulders just a bit. Toes forward. And then what I want you to do is just bend from the hip and come up and bend to the other one and get in a rhythm here. This is an active rest, an active stretch. One leg, you can come center and up. Right and up. This is a rest. Not going to get easier. You're going to have 11 minutes left after this. That's just 1 minute more than halfway through. And then you're done. Then you could go have coffee. Maybe it's an organic coffee. Maybe it's not. Maybe you like freeze-dried coffee, instant coffee. Sometimes I like a good cup of freeze-dried coffee. Instant coffee, I like those. Nice. Nothing about it. Okay, here we go. Let's get into a minute of jumping jacks. Now, with these jumping jacks, I want your form to be impeccable. No half-ass jumping jacks. I'm sure your abs should be tight. This is a good ab workout, a light ab workout, but it's good. It's sort of fast twitch on your abs if you're keeping them tight. Keep your core tight here. Get your hands over your head. And then if you want to start bringing some coordination effort into this, bring your hands forward. Forward, overhead. Forward, overhead. Woo. Woo. That core tight. You look like a Marine. 7 seconds. Core tight. There we go. 10-second rest.
Uh,
I
All right.
worked out in this room. This has been nursery.
Let's get back into planks. Josh, can you come into a plank on both hands? Or do you want to do that on your elbows?
Plank is okay. I can do it on my hands.
Come in a plank. It's just a reverse plank, right?
Yeah.
All right. Come in a plank. Body straight. Very good. Now from here, let's lift the leg. We're going to do this for 20 seconds in each leg. Lift one leg. Pulse it a little too. Put some pulses in there. Pulse that raised leg.
Ugh.
All right. Now let's switch legs. Hold it for a few seconds. And let's pulse that opposite leg when you're ready. And we've got 15 seconds here, so it could be like nothing.
Oh,
Activate those glutes.
That's the dad butt burner.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. It's great, too, is you're with these planks, they're really good shoulder exercises. You're really activating those deltoids. Help give you those nice shoulders. You need those nice shoulders. All right, let's get up. Let's do 30 air squats. And I'm going to jump on mine. But if you can't jump, don't. But keep your back straight. Keep your knees over your feet. Your knees should not come in front of your feet. And by jump, you could just add some explosiveness. You don't have to really jump. Just add a little bit of explosiveness. You want to really get your heart rate up, you go ahead and jump. Back straight. Oh, yeah. Only 8 minutes left. All right. You ready? Give you an extra few seconds rest. All right. One leg. I want you to lift one leg to the side. Put your hands on your hip. Pulse that leg. And come to the side. Get in a rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. That's Billie Jean. All right, other leg. Try to keep the leg you're raising nice and straight. You want to keep that center of gravity over your foot so you're stable. Keep good form here. Keep pulsing for 8 seconds.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Ugh.
I know. I know. Let's get it plank. Side plank. All right.
Which side?
So raise a hand. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get into a little bit of a fast rhythm. We're just going to reverse planks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Reverse your hand. Or switch your hand. And come up. Stretch. 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 Tighten your core. Tighten your glutes too. Feet are at the back there providing a bunch of support. Keep coming side to side. 1, 2, 3. Right back. This could be giving you a little relief in the plank between each rotation.
Yeah.
Just enough. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do this. Come in a squat. Let me get a good stretch here. Maybe for half a minute. I want you to squat like this and open up your lower back. Lean back a little bit. Put your elbows in your knees. Open them up a little bit. You can open your knees here. I want you to open up that lower back and then come forward as you push open with your knees. Come forward a little bit. Open up your hips. Stretch your lower back. Do a few rotations. a little bit of a hip workout. You're doing it right. You're putting a lot of pressure there and you're stretching at the same time. It's a good stretch exercise. It's not cardio work, but you can really open up your hips and your lower back here. It'd be very relieving in your lower back. All right, 10-second rest. We got 5 minutes left. Let's burn. This is it.
It's a good
All right, ready?
transition to crow pose. You can go from here to crow pose, where your feet are off the ground, you're balanced on your hands.
All right, well, I kind of moved this one. But why don't you hold that one, Josh, because you're enjoying it. Stay in that one. I'm going to jump into these crawl and kick throughs. Josh, I think you should stay in that pose that you're feeling good in.
Yeah.
Don't worry about these. Yeah, stay in that pose. It's okay. Coming. Yeah. Well, we're going to do these crawl and kick throughs. I want you to lift with that planted leg and keep that opposite leg up when you push there.
So transition to a headstand here.
Let's get some speed and rhythm here. A little bit. You don't have to lift quite as much, but try to get a little, really solidify that form and get a little speed. All right, that's our rest. 10 seconds. All right, ready? Okay. Karate squats. Just come side to side. Open up those hips. Now, this is really just a karate kind of lunge here. I don't even know what these are called, but eventually you keep your heel planted and you come up all the way down on that leg. Keep your back straight, your heels on the floor, and you could get a really nice squat here and a really good quad and hip opener. If you could just go back and forth, just go back and forth. Feel the stretch, get a little bit of a strength exercise, a little bit of stretch, and just come deeper and deeper as you feel comfortable. 10 seconds left. Just keep staying active, keep moving. We got to burn here. We only got 3 minutes left. All right, 10-second rest.
So those I've never done before, your class, and I feel like I'm getting much more better. I'm improving with that move.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
It's opening my hips up.
We're getting into plank here.
Okay.
45 seconds. All right. We're going to rock out 20 push-ups. We're going to do them however you want. We only got 40 seconds to get them done here in this minute. So get 20. If you want to lift the leg to make it harder, great. If you want to bring one hand over to add some weight to one arm, great. Just get 20. 22 seconds left. I got to rock mine out. Here we go. Keep those elbows in. Your elbows and push-up should come back, not to the side. 2 minutes left. That's all we got. Yeah,
All the way in.
essentially, yeah.
Not this.
Yep, not that. Nope. They come back. All right, here we go. 2 minutes left. Now, we're going to jog in place. Bring those knees to the, I want you to hit your hand with your knee. Keep good form here. Slap your knee with your hand. 30 seconds. Keep your back straight. Tighten your core. Ten seconds.
Ugh.
10. Last minute. All right. We're going to do downward dog into planches. So come down into planche. Let's get 15 of these. Downward dog into planche. Try to hold your planche for a few seconds if you can. Plank is great for your shoulders and stability. Your hands should come about under your hips. With perfect form. Oh. All right. Woo. That's our workout. But
Feeling like an Adam Meyer over here.
I want to do one. Let me do one that's good for your lower back. Just a few seconds of this. Throwing in a bonus because I'm feeling it. Come on your stomach. I want to get a minute of Superman's or swimmers. And just, this should be really relieving on your lower back and really activating in your glutes. Every time I do this, and I pulse, you're pulsing with your feet, pulse with your hands. It should, at least for me, feels really good in the lower back. It's like a lubricator for your sacrum. Just get a few seconds of that so you kind of know what that feels like. And this is like a full glute exercise here. So you should be walking away here with some activated glutes. All right, we're all done. That's your bonus. There we go.
Sometimes I like to do an up dog to counter the downward dog.
Yeah, let's get that in there.
Little up dog.
Let's get a little up dog counterbalance. Also good on the sacrum.
Yeah.
For those dads on the show today. All three. That's three of us here.
Right.
Three dads of approximately 2-year-old children. Almost.
Dads only, folks. That was a great workout.
Oh.
That was good.
We'll do a couple side stretches. Reach.
Manus looks like a giant.
I guess my laptop's the closest. My room is the smallest though. I
No,
like no space.
because everything in your room is small.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
true.
like that looks like your tiny bed,
Yeah.
your tiny books.
I'm in a little dollhouse. I'm trapped in a dollhouse.
Get a good shoulder arm rotation here. Come to the side, rotate the arm. Come to the side, rotate the opposite arm there.
Oh, I like this one.
Yes, nice. You know what's funny is I actually make a lot of these up as I go. Like, I know I've done some variation, but like the truth is, for me at least, is that it's all about being in your body and doing what feels right. Like if your chest is destroyed, then you got to modify the workout so that you can activate something else. You know, if you worked out your chest too much the day before, if it hurts your lower back, you got to modify it. So you have to learn all these variations so that when you're working out, someone says do a plank or whatever, you know the other variation, so you can just stay active. And
a good counter to that, like with the push-ups and the planking, I just like to put my hands behind my back and put my chest out and my shoulders back and just kind of, it sort of counterbalance the push-ups.
Oh yeah, open up that chest.
Yeah.
While you're doing this, let's make this a little weird. I want you to give yourself a good massage. Something I like to do when I remember is I give my arm a massage, kind of rub that out while I'm in a stretch pose. I rub my neck a minute. Feel the muscle groups in your body. It's a good way to kind of understand your body. So, and it reminded me, Josh, because like in this pose, I always remember that like when I massage my pecs, my chest, it actually opens up my back. it feels amazing on my back when I give my chest a little massage here.
Yeah.
So, and I learned that from doing it and giving yourself a little self massage. It's real nice. A little bit. It feels good. It's like 80% of a massage because, you know, it's good. Give a little bang your thighs a little bit with your fists, sort of activate your. Oh,
Can I close off with with one of my moves?
let's do it.
Headstands. So when we were doing this crouching move,
Uh-huh.
I was rolling over into a crow pose, which is just your feet off the ground, like, okay. And then I put my head down and I put my feet up. All right, now I'm in a headstand and I spread my legs and I do like reps of that. That's whatever that is.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
But this is an advanced move. I don't like,
That's good.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't
no.
like recommend it to, you got to get comfortable in, just doing like a tripod on the floor and making sure your
Well,
head
that's
is, you can
Yeah,
break
the
your neck.
non-advanced version is just
Yeah.
to do this, just to come forward. And back.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah. But I honestly, I don't recommend it unless you're very comfortable with your neck position, because you can really, you can fall the wrong way and injure your neck pretty bad. So you got to have
Cool. We'll incorporate that.
Evan, if that last exercise we did with the swimming thing, if I feel that as like a tightness in my lower back, does that mean I'm not engaging my core enough? The swimming thing?
Well, my gut reaction is maybe, because I think there's lots of reasons why that could happen. It could be that you're not activating your glutes enough, that you're not tightening your core enough. It could just mean that you've got some stress in there that needs to be worked out and you're feeling it. I sometimes feel it in there too. Not painful enough to stop, but enough to know that there's a little pain in there. And the relief comes from the strengthening and activation of the muscles around it. So when I'm, I could feel a light relief while I'm doing it, and then I'm done and I'm like, oh man, I feel like I just strengthened everything around that area and activated to get blood in there. So, as a person who's not qualified to give any advice in this matter, I would answer your question with a big heaping fat old pile of maybe.
Definite maybe.
I dig it. All right, kids, good workout. I'll be here tomorrow.
Good workout,
Awesome.
guys.
Love you, buddy. Good seeing you.
All right, see ya. Thanks, Evan.
You got, bro.